Today I will start out with the tool most likely to fail. Hello everybody and welcome to day 93 of my Jaguar S-Type restoration project. Last week I got stuck at the differential pinion nut because I had no properly sized socket on hand. I supposed this to be a 26mm hex but wasn't bright enough to take a measurement, and as soon as turned out that a 27 as included in this new kit is the more common size, I additionally went for a 25 and a 26mm socket. I sincerely hope this isn't a 28 or a 29, no, actually it's a 27. Today I will start out with the tool most likely to fail. Of course I don't want the pinion to drop down. The nut is now entirely out, so let's try to take down the flange as well. This slide hammer came with the wheel hub puller toolkit. It's good for round but also for triangle shaped objects, as this one is. Of course it's difficult to get a hold on this portion, so it may be better go for the outer edge, but then it doesn't grab properly. So let's stay somewhere in between. No. Maybe I can use the actual wheel hub puller using random bolts I took from the suspension assembly. No, come on. Nope. A thinner bolt may allow a little angle. No, come on, don't need a self-locking nut here. Luckily I had to go for a bearing puller anyway to later remove the roller bearings from both the pinion and the ring gear assembly, and this seems to be a good fit on the flange as well. A frequent viewer of this channel commented underneath last week's video that it may not be a good idea to tear apart a differential which is in good working order. In fact, changing a running system can only make it worse. But here's the point. I had driveline vibration issues with this car all the time. The issue was never sorted out, and you may understand that besides getting the engine running again, solving the driveline vibration issue shall be the main task, or one of the main tasks of this project. Keep your fingers crossed for me. What's going on here? A 60mm socket fits right above. Let's give this one more try. This bearing puller doesn't fit properly because its diameter is too small, and this already caused grooves on the iron flange. Adding this tip to the assembly now requires longer studs. You see what happened? It slided upwards on this side already. I'm afraid I can't use this as a bearing puller anymore. Let's try it with a different camera angle and maybe another setup. This would work fine, but the bolts are not long enough. Two bolts which were attaching the rear subframe to the car. Those nuts are taken from other parts of the rear suspension. Did I already mention that those subframe bolts were severely rusted? So it's not all that easy to get a nut on those. This should be centered exactly that way to grab underneath on both sides, but in this position I can't install the stud. So the puller is now centered in both directions. Two washers should get the job done on this side, so let's give it a try. Unfortunately this is bending towards one side now because of those nuts not tightened. The rear subframe bolts will need to be replaced. There's still no movement at all. Believe me or not, this again has been 3 hours of work. At the end I gave it a shot with the impact gun, which did nothing but bend everything even more. So I'm curious what Keith Morris is going to comment on this episode, and I'm afraid I will have to name this loosening the pinion nut. At the time of this upload, by the way, my channel will have reached 100,000 views. That's a cool thing. I'm very thankful to all who watch my efforts and suffer with me. For more content, you may want to subscribe. If doing so, please also ring the notification bell. I will try to get my hands on a more adequate pulling equipment until next week and maybe use this on the bearings. See you back then. Goodbye.